Alright, this is Anthony Garcia of Everlasting Madden. Wanted to share a game that I played the other night. This is actually the second game, the rematch, with this guy. We played the first game. I made so many mistakes. It was just, it was a clusterfuck. He ended up beating me by 1 point, 14 to 13. I went for it for a 2-point conversion. I didn't get it. Later in the game, I had a chance to put him away. I went for it on 4th down, and he stopped me and ended up losing. So after that game, he messaged me, said, hey, if you want to play again, let me know. He even suggested I could be another team. But hey, I'm always the Browns. I am the Browns. I be the Browns. So here's the opening to this game. I knew I had to get some pressure on this guy. It's like the more time I gave him, he'd have opportunities to hit me deep. So kind of one of the things I do on this defense, it's a nickel. I like to flip the play. I bring the safety down, and I float the linebacker up. It just kind of causes some confusion out there. Right now he's got all day, and I didn't learn my lesson, obviously. And he gets a massive gain. What is that, almost 52 yards on one play. So that wasn't a good idea. So it was, I know I need to get more pressure and have to change my philosophy here. Again, I plan on bringing pressure, but what happens is I end up dropping some guys on my own. But here's comes some pressure this time, and he shoots him underneath, which is, he's got looks like Green wide open underneath for 4 yards. He's running the same formation again. And what I like to do is that blitzer, I want to take him. Let him come in. What he's going to do is it's going to occupy one of the linemen. They're going to watch him. But I want to bring him a step in and then play coverage with him. So right there and then play coverage. And we got him with some pressure. That's a really good trick is to, and there's actually an audible you can do where you can have a guy fake blitz. He'll take a couple steps and then go where he's supposed to go. What that does is that keeps one lineman that will watch over him. So here we go. I think it's a sky format. No, it's actually another blitz. It's coming off the right side. And I'm going to do that same formation. And he's got the post right in there, which is a good play. I mean, it's going to be bang bang. It's going to be contested most of the time. Right now I'm manning up everybody, and I usually like to take my linemen and put them in coverage, but I may not have had time. And now this fat boy's trying to get over there and make a play, and thank God he does. The worst thing I can do is put him in a QB spot. He gets outrun every time, even by shitty, slow quarterbacks. So right now we're looking at 2nd and 1. Not a great position to be in, especially the high-powered offense like the Bengals. Looks like he's got a jumbo to the right, which probably means he's going to the left. There he goes up the middle, and we made a stop. He's going to hurry this one up. Probably run the same type of play again. Normally when people hurry things up like this, they're usually going to run the same thing. But no, he doesn't. He's going to throw it, and there's nobody out there. I should have put a spy on him. So good job. Deleted the kickoff and extra points, and that shit is boring. Couldn't come out of my traditional play. And that is really well contested. That's one of my bread and butters, is that purple. That wide receiver's going to run and cut. If they're playing man-to-man, this play can be deadly. I'm thinking about flipping it, looks like. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Now I'm like, yeah, what am I doing? I'm jacking this whole play up. At this point, I should have called timeout or got out of it. I'm completely screwing up this play. And now I'm going to run that same play again. Nothing there, nothing there. And this is where you make a mistake. And just like that, down by 14. Basically what happens there is I held the ball way too long. Here he comes blitzing. Got a good screen. These guys that want to come with this man-to-man pressure, gotta learn to beat it. And normally I can if my guys can make the plays. But on that pick six, that's just a horrible job of just waiting on the ball way too long. He's got everybody very spread out. You know, he's got all that room in the middle. And I think I adjusted here. I want to take a shot at it. That much room, I got to make a play. Yeah, there's a lot of room there. I think had it gone a little straighter, that might have been he might have hit his head on the goalpost. The Browns can block a little bit. They're not great, but they can block a little. He's staying in that quarters formation. And I'm going to do a little screen. Not much there, which is kind of stupid. I should have ran another inside trap. I like the trap plays. For some reason, they seem to open up more holes, especially when they're calling defensive players that are moving a lot. And now I'm kind of thinking, okay, here's a trap, and this one actually does work. I found one of my traps. I have a number of them, but this one I wanted to run. And look at all that room. That same play will come back later. You know, at this point, when it's 14-0, it's second quarter, there's a lot of room, and that's just a poor job on his part. It's just not, nice little okey doke. Pretty easy score. He had him out there, tried to get a little bit too aggressive with the hit stick and dive in, and just a little too much. So right now we're back in this thing. It's 14-7. He hasn't really made any mistakes passing-wise. Here I'm caught out of position, and I left that left side of the field wide open. That was kind of my fault. I was a little too aggressive, and he's kind of watching my left side a little. He's been attacking it. Now I'm playing my normal sky, or I think I'm bringing the pressure off the right again. Or no, it's this guy. Now what I did here is I'm going to have those linebackers go out as well. Put them in purples. When you do that, they'll take some of those wide receivers that are in the slot and cover them, oddly enough. It's not like they just drift into the purple area and just stay there. They will actually cover those slot players. It's actually very effective. Now here I'm just trying to confuse them. I'm trying to take someone that's going to cover the flats and put him way out high. Maybe he'll get lazy and just think that guy's open. He's going to come down hard. And he's got a lot of room to run or throw. Oh, I think he had some room to run. He had it, and then he just kind of freaked out and threw it. It's kind of a missed opportunity because he had a lot of time out there. There we go. It's 14-7. He's up. 3 minutes, 33 seconds. He's doing the 5 wide, which I like when people play 5 wide. I feel like I can handle that. And again, I'm trying to bait him into a throwing short, but he doesn't, and he is wide open and misses him. That was blown coverage. I had the flats, and I had moved my safety all the way too far inside. I probably just got confused on what I was doing, and that should have been a touchdown. Here I go. It's going to be another sky, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to... There we go. This is going to be a good setup here. It's going to be hard for him to hit that slot or that post, but we'll see. There, he hit it, but he dropped it. And it's going to be contested. I had a feeling that's where he wanted to go with it. And that was 4th down and turns it over. So here we go. We have a chance to tie this thing up.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days. Offensive linemen still want to fire out.
X is wide open, and Kittner just holds it way too long. You know, sometimes you push that button and they just don't get rid of the ball. It's like they got sticky. It's like there's glue on the football. And there's a nice screen again. You've got to be a good screen player to be effective. You know, when you're playing these really good players, you've got to hit the perimeters, because these guys have stick skills to watch that middle of the field. And the only way you're going to be able to get to them is you're going to have to try to run the ball in the middle, and you've got to hit those perimeter shots. Here I'm going Hail Mary. I think I'm going to put O. He can get open out there on the left side. Nope, nobody open, nobody open. Chunk it up, Hail Mary. Actually, has a good shot at getting that one. Like Jones was there to break it up. So 4th and 16. And it looks like we're going to do the same thing. You know, just those sacks can just ruin your drive. You know, 10-yard sacks will kill you. So we're going to run the same thing. Maybe I'll put X. Sometimes X can get open if you hit it, like right now. It's just a timing play. Because what happens is those receivers will block those corners from making a play. And I should have called a timeout, which is probably what I'm doing here. Just running clock. Because you don't want to run this close to the end zone. Alright. Looks like he's got a tight formation. Might be one of his blitzes. And it is. There's O. And Kittner, he threw it into the jungle, literally. He just is super inaccurate at times. And that is one of the downfalls of being the Browns.
I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success.
Right now that middle is so wide open. But we're going to try to sprint to the outside. No, we cut in. No little room in there. That jet sweep, you've got to use that play. It's an underrated play. I don't know where Kitten's going. Ran out the field. Good, stay out there. I have no idea why he was running through a wall. Alright, this play, I'm trying to go to R really quick. He gets bumped. I don't know what he's doing. And there's that drive. That play is really good. You're trying to bait the linebacker to go to follow the guys moving and then sneak the running back in. But for some reason, he'll get caught up in the wash. All right, we left this play in, I guess, because we're doing an onside kick. And I like my odds if he's 20 yards back, 15 yards back. And he goes right to him. Flip him around a little bit. All right, he's at the 50, 131. I mean, he's in a great spot right now. The screen, read it, dive. If you see those screens, you could do a dive, and oddly enough, it'll get the tackle.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
All right, looks like we're doing. I manned up on the running back just in case. Do another screen. We're bringing a lot of pressure here. Probably should have brought my safety in. And that caught him off guard. So we're in a good spot here. It's now 3rd and 20. I think we're just going to do a sky from the nickel. And I'm blitzing again, which might have been a little too aggressive on my part. But we're out there. Strafe, hit triangle, and we're good. 4th and 20. Is he going to be a moron and go for it? I think he is. I will take that any day of the week. 4th and 20 from his own territory. Good. Let's bring more heat. And we are bringing everybody. And drop the purples back. Bring your center safety. He's giving me plenty of time to do any type of adjustments I want to do, which is perfect. We've got a 6-man rush. There's one guy free, and it's easy. Just not smart football on his part. You know, instead of sitting back, playing a quarters deep, just come at him. Make sure you have a couple of guys deep and bring pressure. We're going to try it again. There's O again. Catches it. And surprised he didn't get in there. Okay. We have... clock is ticking. I think I was going to do the fullback, the fake running back dive, or fake fullback dive and toss. And he's out there. Oh, we're in. We beat the pursuit. So, 20 seconds left. We have overcame the 14-0 deficit. And here we are. We're going to bring more pressure again. It worked the first time. Keep it coming. He's taking forever. Normally, you don't get this much time to kind of sit and adjust. And hit that left side. He did have a guy going out there, but I guess he just didn't go deep enough. Alright, from here he's got a good chance to get in field goal range with 3 timeouts. Now we're going to be a little more conservative. I like bringing them in because it just covers up those gaps when the post can sneak in there. And I manned him up. I'm not sure why, but I sound like a good thing to do. He's giving us so much time. Oh, went right into. So the pressure's working, and then I'm about to do a fatal error. This is what not to do. So I've been using the nickel and bring in pressure, but now I'm going to change it. I'm going to bring pressure with the quarters. And I've done this before, but I didn't set it up properly. I've got a lot of guys coming. And sometimes this can work, but it's just not against Green. Takes it, tries to do a hit on him, and he's gone for the score, and that is disastrous. After playing perfect in the second quarter, that was a horrible play. Gave him back the lead. And then trying to be too aggressive by trying to hit stick him to knock the ball out. And just like that, he's got the lead. Keeping this in for some reason. Oh, it's the beginning of the half, so I kind of want you to know where we're at in this game. I think once you get into the third quarter, you start having a better feel for what somebody's doing, and especially if you've played them at least one more game. for me, the more I play somebody, the better off I'm going to be, and the worse off they are going to be. Now this is a play I like to sneak R1 out, and he's out. The idea behind that play is to make him think I want to throw to square, but I'm not. I don't care about square. I want to go to R1. And if you have aggressive linebackers or guys with really good stick skills, you've got to get them out of that middle. You've got to figure out creative ways. And this is another one. I like to look at square if they're being too aggressive. If not, throw to R, throw to square, the flats. Especially when you're playing these good players, you have to learn to use play action. It's the only way you're going to be able to get small chunks of yards when you need it. You keep them off balance. Oh, that should have been a touchdown. I had two blockers, green in front of me, and I don't know where I ran. I ran inside for some reason. Go back, look at that play, and add that to your playbook. This play here. I played one guy, and he ran it literally the entire game. And amazingly, he scored a couple times with it, even though I knew it was coming. I mean, of course, he had a couple audibles out of it, but it was very consistent. And this, surprised I got something out of that one. So here we are, we have a good chance. Take the lead back. We're not doing a field goal, so we need to score here. And I am in trap. I'm coming with the trap. She's very aggressive, and I'm short. Which, because I ran that, then I was going for it on fourth down regardless. Otherwise, I don't run a trap at that point. So fourth and four, this is the game right here. This is my bread and butter play. I want to look to R1 or X. R1, X is open, and he fell out of bounds. It was that close. And looking back at that play, I think R1 might have had a chance to be open. Alright, so you need some defense set up here. We're going to bring heat. Same play. The only thing I'm worried about at this point is just the flats. He's hit me with the flats a few times. And hit me again. Did a nice spin to let me know that he's in control of this game. I don't think I've ever seen a player take so long to hike a ball. Here I'm trying to cause some confusion. I'm bringing my safety all the way down. I'm taking my other free safety and throwing them high. All this is going to do is just create some confusion. But he runs it. And he's short. I think I'll probably try to do it again. Flip it. Bring him down. Look like he's blitzing, but he's not. He's going to hit that. He's going to watch these tight ends run deep if they're going to run. Take him. Take my safety. No, not yet. Oh, and he gets sacked. I don't know what he was doing. Looked like he had some room in the middle to sit in the pocket, but decided to run with it. And he's going to go for it here. From his own 9. And it's 4th and 16. Not particularly smart. And we're going to do what we did earlier. Bring heat. Lots of heat. This one not bode well for him. Too many guys. Can't block them all. You know, at this point in this game, he really hasn't done much. He had the early start. He had the touchdown to begin the game. He had the pick 6, and then he had the fluke Hail Mary. Try to run this one again. He's open again. Alright, so at this point it's 24-21. Game looks fairly in hand. He hasn't really made any adjustments to what I'm doing.
fourth down. It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you.
He's got the flats over there, yep. But I think he might have went out.
Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the ball.
He had him earlier if he would have thrown it quicker.
And rebuild that confidence.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. And the D-line
Here we're going to try to watch the flats. We're going to try to make him not, try to bait him. Manned up the linebacker. Oh, he's going deep, and he's got some room. Cut him off. That's a good corner play right there. That's what they teach you. Cut off the wide receiver.
He knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing.
All right, we're gonna.
Right.
I want him to watch the flats. It's like I want to do everything at one time in this play.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton.
Oh, and there's room. Now I know you're not supposed to use the defensive lineman to play coverage and run around with, but it's what I do. I know when I play defenses that put a lot of people in coverage, it throws your rhythm off. No, I would rather have somebody blitzing over and over again versus sitting back because, like I said, it just throws the timing of the play off. And you have to improvise. Sometimes when you improvise, you make mistakes. And we're going to bring pressure again. Kind of slide him over to make him not know it's coming from that right side. But it is. Oh, and a beautiful stuff right there. That's how you win games. Great defensive right there. Going to try to watch the flats. Kind of make him think it's just a normal cover too. And he runs it. Not for much. Oh, he actually got 4 out of that. Wow. Run it again. Bring my safety down a little bit. Maybe he'll try to go the flat to the right. And then when it's a 4th down play or a 3rd down, make sure you hit the triangle and then hit L1 so they can play the line to game. There's a ton of time. I mean, he's milking the entire clock. And he did hit the flats. We just didn't. He didn't watch it quick enough. Those flats can be tricky. Not like past generation games where flats were almost 100%. It's not like that anymore, but it can be at times. So we're trying to cause confusion here. This is something I just discovered myself to do, just to kind of throw an offense off. Oh, and that was very smart of him. He wanted to scramble, but I had the, I believe I had the quarterback contain. I believe that's R1, L2. I'm not 100% sure without feeling the controllers. You have to look it up. So we're thinking flats. I'm thinking maybe we'll try to hit the flat to the left. We got pressure coming from the left as well, though. And he's got all day right now. Oh, he's got the guy wide open out there. Again. Started the game like that, and he's going to end it with that play. I had pressure, and I took too many guys and put them in coverage, which is something I tend to do way too often. And I'm going to keep bringing pressure. There's a screen. I had a feeling the screen was coming. And he just dropped it.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength.
So right now, if you can kind of hold him to a field goal, at least that gives me a chance to get the ball back. We got a lot of pressure coming from the left. Oh, and he had him too. He had the left open.
offensive line
Not sure
flat out
what he was
cannot
looking
handle
at.
this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So the sack, and now
So
it's
let's
third
see,
and
we're going to
long
have
for
more
Dalton
pressure
and the
coming from
Bengals.
the right. Yeah, we're going to have that corner blitz. Just trying to change it up. Got 2 spies on him. I'm doing way too much. It's probably going to end up in a touchdown. No, good defense.
And they'll get him down right around the 16.
The danger of what he is doing is he's making me overthink everything. I'm spending way too much time adjusting. Sometimes you just have to roll with it.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there.
And you don't normally get that much time to make every adjustment you want to make. There's some players that just go, they'll hit XXXX, get up as fast as they can, and then hike the ball. No adjustments, just the idea is to keep you up on your toes.
And just think of what it's like now on the side.
All right, 24-24. I've got all 3 timeouts, plenty of time. Time is not an issue. Here comes the blitz. Rizzo. And then disaster happens. Fumble. Now right here, I didn't want to tackle him, but he stopped on his own. This is the worst thing that can happen right now is he's going to use up all the clock or make me burn all my timeouts. Well, that was a disaster. I mean, it was a good play call. He's wide open. He gets stopped and gets tripped. Looks like everything's coming, right? All man-to-man, everywhere. I thought he was going to run it, and he's got room out here. And thankfully, we get him. Who knew Andy Dalton was that fast?
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stage.
The only thing I have going for me right now is I do have some timeouts in my pocket. So if he does score quickly, I'll have time. So this game's kind of turning out to be another disaster game. Coming off the first game, that was a disaster.
Second down, goal to go from the 6.
Good run defense, and he had him, and he let him go. And touchdown. It's actually a perfect call. All right, minute 30. 2 timeouts. And this is when you let it fling. X is going to be open, breaks a tackle. And a little juking and jiving. And ended up scoring. Too quickly, though. All right, tied it up. 1 play. All right. He's got plenty of time as well. And he's got some room out here. Surprised he didn't do a spin right there. That might have worked. So minute 12 from the 41, on his own 41. With all 3 timeouts. That's an eternity.
What a big time return to seize the momentum back.
So need some defense. He's caught me off guard a few times, but mostly it's been when I give him too much time. Look at this. More missed tackles. The Browns' defense is surprisingly not bad, but occasionally they will miss some tackles and screw up some coverages. But for the most part, I've always played as the Cowboys, but to me the Cowboys' defense is just garbage. The Browns actually can play. They can hit. All right, right now we're just trying to cause some confusion, move some guys around. Surprised he didn't hit AJ Green again on a one-on-one. Try to catch him freed up. Maybe another screen here. Yeah, I just manned up the running back just in case they try to do that screen, and they don't. Yeah, we were coming downhill quick. If he holds on to that ball a tick longer, he gets sacked. 3rd and 8, 35 seconds.
2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
We're going to try to bring a little bit of pressure, I think. Or what I'm thinking is I think he's going to try to hit that flat. So I get my defensive end to watch the flats. He goes to the blue. Again, he's using the whole clock. I don't know why he did this. It just makes no sense to me. And I think it just dawned on me right now that he did that.
So now Dalton. Forced out to his left.
Look at that running back. Running back is wide open out there. Ugh, he was open. I just do not understand that series. He had 50 seconds, 3 timeouts. I don't know what he was doing. All right, here we go. Overtime. Make a break. We won the toss.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
I think when you get into overtime, you just have to have the same mentality of the first quarter. You have to just calm down. Everybody is wide. We're going to try to hit R1 here. Bait him with O. Kind of run. Look, and R1's open, and Kitna pulls a Kitna.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Kaiser, I'm sorry, not Kitna. Kaiser. Kaiser pulls a Kaiser. Here he goes. It's this wide open defense in the middle. And I'm going to do the trap. It worked before. Look at the beautiful block in here. Look at 12. Look at Gordon. Give him a little, shake him off. Shake him off. Shake him off. That's game. Well, hope you enjoyed it. Let me see. Andy was only 60%. We only were 52. All right. Thanks.